Watched the video, missed a few pieces inside, couldn't hear it. I'll have to watch it again. What I really liked is when you came to the end and showed me that synth. Do you see what it looks like? I would like to be talking to you right now. I'm not really that deep into numbers without concentrating, looking, going over, going forward, going backwards to see. I mean, isn't that what Matrix is all about? Going forwards, going backwards, and splicing the tapes. It becomes thicker in certain places. It's the synth, that, what do you call it? That fork that cuts grass, right? The shape of it, okay, is actually looking like the yin and the yang. The part we hold, right, is the yin and the yang, the in between the two sides of the yin and the yang. And the two curves that are in it, okay, could be the sun and the moon that fits between the two curves. And if you did that, do you follow what I'm saying? You follow what I'm saying? I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this picture here. Okay, is that when you do this, am I getting this straight here? When you do this, and then this, and then this is the yin and the yang here. It could be an open yin yang, number one. It could be a heart. I mean, and this here would be the moon, and this here would be the sun, unless they're two pieces and they overlap. The moon just slightly overlaps the sun, creating an eye in between. The number three, the B, one is bigger, one is smaller. It could be the earth, the moon, the sun, the moon, whatever it is. They could be overlapping each other, touching each other. If they're just touching, it could be the oil that makes viscosity to pass between the two. When you have a loop, you're going onto the right side, reading everything in the future on the right, coming back to the left, refocusing it, and then going forward with a reader in between. Don't say no one hears you, okay? Because not everybody hears you, but the world we were created in, the primary world, you're talking about the host? Are you talking about the ghost? You know it's deeper than ghost. You know it's deeper than Bradley. You know Rachel is not just Rachel, and Donkey Kong is not just Donkey Kong. It's all coded words. Dawn of the day, the beginning of the day. The key is the creation of 11 and Earth. Why? Because the Y is the 25th letter representing Earth. The E is the entry point, energy point. Remember, small letters, big letters, first letter, last letter, three-letter words. I don't know, have to sit down and crunch all these things together. Don't forget, Earth was created in, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of millions of years. And when they're talking a fossil that's a 5 billion old fossil, it has nothing to do with Earth. It has to do with before Earth. You know what happens? The big blast? It brings life into everything, right? It recreates life. The Big Bang that happened billions of years ago, it recreates life from where life was before. Then they just put the seeds of life and create life. Donkey Kong, Kong, Song, Long, they just have to put the K in the front, the G in the back. ON stands for the value of pi. Nitrogen, oxygen. Gen is 755, Gen. For me, all related to the moon. The O letter, the small reality to the O letter is JE, which is 10 and 5. 10 and 5 is 1 and 5. Now we're back to Mars, and again, it's questionable. And anytime you have 10 in a word, okay, you also have 17, 18, and 19, because the French, they specifically note. They say 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9, which is actually the beginning. Why? 10 minus 7, 3. 10 minus 8, 2. 10 minus 9, 1. From within the spirit created in heaven is the 9 birth. Now, it is also connected to the time clock, because they say the same thing again at 79, gateway to birth, at 78, which is the passage through Mars and the heavens and the moon, and 77, which is the Christ and the green world. These are all just basic numbers. And they do it again at 97, 79, 97. 89, 98. So now they're bringing 80s into the 90s, and they bring in the number 20 as 1010. Why? Because 1011, right? 11 is TH when you explain it as the 11th. It's the only one in the entire numerological faculty in the one system that is not an ST, spirit time, if you want to look at it that way. 19 and 20. Remember we were talking about 9 and 10, 10 and 11? Now we're at 19 and 20. When we get to 80, okay, they say 4 times 20 in French. When we get to 17, 18, 19, they say 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9. Like CB codes would be talking. 97, 98, 99, 99, purity, we get to Jupiter. So all these things you mentioned, 2012 was so perfect with my numbers of 2021. 9 is the birth. 70 years as you spoke is the Torah time. 13 years later is the bar mitzvah, 83, and that is the church. You minus it from your birth, it becomes 13 and 57, and that is the connection to the moon. And at the same time, it's 13, 31, 13, equaling to 57, so it makes perfect sense. Time is 60, plus the 10-man added time to your own personal effect. I'm not really sure how to look at it. I have to go over these things with others. I can't just keep saying something and answering my own questions. It ain't fair to me. Somebody has to say to me, no, that's not the way it is. And I would go, okay, explain it. But when you explain it, what you're going to explain to me is not all what it is either. Anyways, I haven't gone for a coffee, although I did have a coffee this week. I am wrecked. I hear bees buzzing, and I'm not going to explain to you why. Well, it has nothing to do with drugs. In fact, if you want to know how much weed I smoked in the last year and a half, you would have to say if you're standing next to somebody who smokes has actually smoked more than me. I don't smoke, don't drink, don't nothing. I have a hard time doing it unless my capacity for thinking and expressing is so high that I'd like to take just a little zap of it to get into the other states. The buzz that surrounds me. The buzz that surrounds me. The bees, the buzz, the energy. Cuts like a knife. Who cuts like this? Where are you going to matrix cutting like this, the numbers? You want to cut this way. When you cut this way, you see different rows of numbers coming in. Donkey Kong going up and down. Raphael 7286. Raphael, Azrael, AZ, first and last letters. Raphael, also first and last letters. Think of it. Where, how? I'm going to give you a little bit of time. Why is Azrael and Raphael almost the same? Don't tell me about Montreal, Israel, Rael, to be real, because A is first, Z is last. But in Raphael, okay, the R, okay, which encompasses the 18th letter, is also first and last in the first half of roulette, the first 18 numbers. And the A represents the soft A, Ra, talking maybe in raw math, or raw, or war, or law. But R18, okay, and A1, the first 2 letters, are first and last in the first half of the numeric game. 0 is a part of everything, separate, and 0 is also included, as in 10 and 20, and single zeros and double zeros like in roulette. That has to be discussed. Did you look into my mouth? I was hiding information down there. It's up here, but nothing up here. I mean, the elephant has a brain this big. Elephant, brain, scared of the mouse. Mouse runs away from the cat, runs into a little hole. You ever see the mouse hole in Bugs Bunny? Right? Bugs Bunny, Roadrunner, Popeye, Coyote, Crazy Coyote, beep, beep. Crazy Coyote, beep, beep. Never going to catch you. All expressions, everything we hear. There's so much. And how can they say, how did they plan this all? Billions of years of time. How did I make up all these stories? 12 years of 13, 14 years of time. Smiling. Imagine. Anyways, the nose, 2 gateways. All right. Anyways, even free parking in Monopoly or the Reds, how many properties are there? Does anybody know? The Monopoly game ends up with 101, go corner 101. Why? Because you have Park Place and then a Boardwalk, or Boardwalk and then Park Place. You have in between them some kind of tax. Then you have the Go. Then you have Baltic. And then you have a space. And then you have the Mediterranean. Okay. After that, you have, I think, 3 sort of bluish properties or gray. Then you have, I think, around the corner, is it the purple properties? And then you have the red property. No, and then you have the orange property. And then you have, St. Charles is the purple, right? And then you have the red property. Then you have the yellow property. Then you got 2 Pennsylvanias. One's a train track. And that's after the, first of all, the free parking separates the orange and the red, and you need yellow to create it, and free parking is right there. Maybe there's yellow and free parking that'll create the red. You have visiting jail, going to jail, separating your Oriental, Connecticut, I don't remember what else it is, with the 3 St. Charles Place, etc., etc. It's been a while since I was thinking of this. And, Atlanta, you have waterworks. And think of it. Position number 11 is go to jail. Position number 21 is free parking. Position of going to jail is 31, and then go is 41. When you start and go and come back to go, it's 41 DNA in the sun. The only time you can get the Mediterranean, or is it Baltic, the first one after go, is after you've gone all the way around, 41 on the dice, 42nd position. 41 on the dice, 42nd position. Thank you for watching this video. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Looking up. Looking up. There's my elephant. There's my thumb. There's my long-horned. Let me try to get that in the camera. There's my bridges. And behind there is the Cancer flush. Turtle, snail, turtle, snail's back and the turtle taking him away because Jacob had cancer. And these 2 guys, these 2 guys, this guy and this guy, is carrying away that cancer cell. Here it says Jacob, here's the turtle, and here's the snail and the turtle. Thank you for watching this video. Let me see, do I have anything here? Mythology is the reason we continue, never give up, be kind, as the King is Lord of Truth. Primary, before Mary, before Mary, before birth of Jesus, Jewish creation of mythology, Moses, Mo de Zeus. It means the word is Zeus. As Moses created the Greek gods, as the Mo equals the word Zeus, myth, to encourage the nation to continue on the march. Now, I don't know if Moses created the Greek gods, but in storytelling. And then over here we have things that happened to me. October 10th, 2010 is when I started the videos. Okay? I couldn't write. I was writing, and then I couldn't write no more. 2 years, 2 months, 2 weeks. Everything kept happening every year, 2 months, 2 years, 2 weeks. Then we had 9 times 9 is 81. 81 reverses 18 is 9. Baccarat 909 is the winner. Then we have truth. T for trust, R for road ruler, U for you, T for Jesus, crossroad, the myth. H is for heaven, hell, or the crooked desires of the broken. Then we have just these few designs. I don't know if we can. Great never is the best. I try harder. The E spirit and the I man connection to the angel program. Passing matrix cleansing. Then we have 4 by 91 is 364. 364 days a year. Plus the black joker. Plus a day added for the car that's in. Zeus's words 4,000 years ago. Existence of the Greek world and lies of encouragement. The swastika saying 4L or 1000 for every year. 4. I'm just trying to see what else is under here. This is, you remember you said something about 4 before? The shofar, 1 God. The 3, then there's 3 blasts for the 3 created universes, and 9 blasts for the universal God that created the universe of 9, the 9 birth. And I can't get this out. 1 story and 1 story equals 2 stories and 2 stories. 1 day for a month, 1 day for truth. And then there's this thing over here. This thing over here. I'm getting a little tired. I like the Grim Reaper. Would you look at this as the Grim Reaper? The Mushroom Man from Mario Brothers. And I'm not sure if you saw this in any of my videos. This thing over here. See the Star of David, the way it splits the 3 hearts? Feeder. It feeds the 3 hearts from the center diamond. Here's the Sigma. Sigma is the design in Greek. Here's a bird. See the bird's head? The blue 2 birds' heads below the bird. That's it. Thank you for watching this video.